I I just realized I think that I'm getting the truth about. I'm scared to say it. I need so much comfort tonight. I'm hoping that angels can be with me. One in particular that I'm just now learning might actually be my real, true, divine counterpart. And he died. He was killed. I'm getting this message tonight. And I'm praying for wisdom and discernment because this is the craziest download I've ever received from the spirit world. And when I heard it, it was so real. You ever hear something in your imagination but it sounds so real that you start crying? The kind of crying that's like convulsing. Like you just know at a soul level it's the truth. You ever be told something in your own head and it's that still small voice? And you hear it and you're like, "Nah, there's no way. That's not true." But you hear it and you just cry because you know it's true. Because you know it's true. You ever have that? You ever have that? I have that today. I have that today. I have that today. I know God has something huge for me, big in store, a big reward for the biggest risks that I've ever taken. I don't know anybody on the planet that's taken bigger risks than me. I really don't. I don't know. I know that God is about to do something big. And I deserve it. I'm going to tell you something, and it's going to sound crazy. My whole life has been so crazy. I actually think my real, true, divine counterpart, my real twin flame, died. I think he's actually dead. And I think I've been in love with imposters. I think that he's actually, I know this is going to sound crazy. Hello. Not okay tonight. Not okay tonight. I think that my person died. The one I was supposed to have a life with. And it's a shock to the system because I'm just learning who he was and who he is. And he's literally dead. He was murdered. My actual divine counterpart, the one that I think I was supposed to be with, I think he led me to his family that did it so that I could help him cross over. I was led to this family recently. Let's just say a family of elite, top 1% kind of thing. And being in that dynamic, I learned what happened. I think my real true divine counterpart died. At a very young age, he died. They sacrificed him for abundance, for Teslas and Maseratis and mansions and the fanciest clothes and the nicest clubs and the most expensive crystal, and they fucking sacrificed my real one. And I think he led me to that family to see what truly had happened to him. What truly happens to all people that get involved with these covens. I was meditating and crying, and overwhelmingly I felt this urge to ask for clarity. And the second I did, I saw somebody's name in my mind's eye. I saw somebody's name who's about to approach me and enter my life, and it's going to be a big deal. And when I did, I channeled this person, and there was so much power and so much authority in the way that they spoke through me that it got everybody out of my energy. It was like, leave her alone. Go the fuck away. I'll take it from here now. And I know exactly who he is. And I saw his name clearly plastered in my third eye. I saw it clear as day. I've never met this person from Adam. I don't know who he is. Really, I've only met him like once or twice, just in the smallest little meeting. It wasn't anything crazy, it's just like hi, how are you? Great to meet you, that kind of thing. But I knew this person's name. And I was meditating, and God was like, we're replacing your divine masculine because your divine masculine fell from grace. Hello, Heather. Thank you for being here. Your true counterpart fell from grace. We are no longer blessing that union. You do not get to be with him any longer. And then all of a sudden, I saw this name in my mind's eye, plain as day. Like, God told me, this is going to happen. There's a replacement divine masculine showing up for me. Mine failed me. And it's not that he failed me. It's that he died. He was murdered. And it was almost like I was trying to go unravel what happened. It's like his soul led me to his family. And I found out that he was tortured to death. And his family benefited from him dying. He was literally sacrificed. He was tortured by their own darkness. An entire coven of witches and warlocks and so I went practically into this family and found out that, he really died. It's like that's all I really needed to do in that relationship that I was just in for the last 6 months. What I needed to do was find out that my twin flame was his brother, not him. My soulmate was the one that was murdered, not the other man that I fell in love with. His brother survived whatever nasty war that they sent. I'm happy to know it, though. I'm happy to know that that guy survived, you know. But I think the real one died. That coven put my ex in a coma. Like their darkness was so bad in that family that he basically drank himself to death and put himself in a coma after his brother died. His brother was murdered by his family. Basically not murdered in the way that like you can prove it or that you could press charges, but you know, and it's quite a bold statement to say such a thing. Can I prove it? No. But there is so much psychic, spiritual shit that went on. That if you believed in the afterlife, if you believe in invisible things, if you believe, you would know. You would see it. Maybe it's not like anybody laid hands on him. Not that anybody put an actual, like, hit out on him. Or a bullet in his head. But when you send that many projections and curses and insults to somebody that innocent can't handle it, I'm just now finding out tonight. The last 6 months of my life have basically been a lie. All I know is I'm grateful for God because I know God is about to give me true love. That's what I'm here for. That's what I live for. That's what I love. I love love, and no one risks love more than me. No one risks life more than me. No one risks anything as much as I do. If anybody deserves a big reward, it's the girl that takes the big risk, you know? And from what I heard this morning, oh, hello. Listen. I was meditating just now, and I heard the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I heard that the man I've been in love with for the last 6 months is not my twin flame. My real one was his brother who died. Years ago. And that soul brought me to that family to get closure, to help him cross over, to get, like, to see unfinished business, like to see what truly happened. Why, as a divine feminine, I feel so abandoned by my masculine. It's because he's no longer with us. He's not on this planet. That's why. That's why. One of my exes from several years ago took his life when he was in prison. He died. I was madly in love with him, and he died. I never really got over it, you know. Met this man about 6 months ago, felt so strangely like, why does it feel like you're him? For 6 months, I fell in love with this guy. And only after tonight, yelling at him and ending it once and for all and being like that angry girl that said, you failed me. You have failed me. As your divine feminine, as your wife, you failed me. And look outward. Once you found yourself, then you understand. Aww. Sit with it. Love yourself first the way you long to love others. I do. I absolutely love myself. I'm madly in love with myself. You can long to love others outside of yourself and still be madly in love with yourself. So 6 months, and I finally realized tonight that I think his brother is my twin flame. The one that died. His name was Angel. Oh, there it is. That's the download I got. His literal name was Angel, and he died. The poor man suffered so much before he went. There were so many psychic and spiritual attacks. You know what's really crazy to me? I say the word angel and everybody leaves. Everybody left. Did you see that? People just dropped like flies out of here when I said his name. Did you see that? Did anybody notice that? Was that just... Did you notice that? His name was literally Angel. And he died. And I got the download tonight that the man I'd been in love with for the last 6 months was so connected to him when he was alive that I was picking up on Angel's soul working through this man. I said his name again and everybody's left. Are you kidding? You guys, are you noticing this? I literally said his name again. Okay, see, I told you. There's something to it, okay? His name is Angel, and he was sacrificed. And in my opinion, he was. Is there any proof? No. Not that he physically ever, like, took a bullet or something like that. It was more like the darkness that is here on this planet just led him to just complete insanity, I guess. He's a tortured soul. And now God is telling me that the man I'd been with for 6 months, the reason I felt such a kindred spirit, the reason I felt so close to him, it was destiny swapping. A soul on the other side channeled through this man. For 6 months, he channeled through him. It was like he was two people. Himself, and then as a psychic, he was my twin flame too. But one day I'll write an album or a book or something, and it'll be crazy. But yeah, so I guess turns out he died. Angel died. His name was Angel. And he was just that, an angel. That's why they targeted him in the first place. That's why the darkness went after him in the first place. Because he was light and love. And I got it in a download while meditating and talking to God tonight, so I have a very strong suspicion that I'm right. Angel. It's so weird. I got that song, Just Call Me Angel of the Morning, or whatever it was. Just Call Me Angel of the Dead. I can't think of it, but I sang that today. I sang that today during a live stream, and I didn't even know. Just call me angel of the dead. What is it, morning? Yeah, he died. He died. And his very, 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 very... Well, at the time, I don't think his family was so well off. But they definitely became well off. Very, very rich, powerful, influential. It feels to me like an energetic sacrifice. But again, it's quite the accusations to make. Who would dare do such a thing? To accuse people of murder when it can't be proven, huh? So, I just move on. I just say, thank you, Angel. I love you. I wish I could have met you. And I'm glad that I got to see what happened, so I can finally stop hating you. I can finally stop hating men, because men aren't the problem. Men aren't the reason I have $12 to my name. Men aren't the reason. Men aren't the reason I'm homeless, or that I've been abused. And I would dare say, for any of us to have a future, we're probably going to need men and women to stop hating each other, no? I mean, yeah, procreation's pretty easy and fun. We all have fun doing it. But who's going to raise honest, ethical, upright, moral children? Moms and dads that get along. So I should probably stop hating men, huh? I think one of the best ways I can stop hating men is to realize that the one that was supposed to protect me was killed. He died. What can you do from the grave, you know? So, Spirit told me tonight, when I was meditating, the most shocking, crazy news I've ever received in my entire life. Like the kind of plot twist shit you don't even see coming in movies. This is the kind of thing that people write books about. I got a download that the man I'd been in love with for the last 6 months is not my soulmate. My soulmate was his dead brother that I never got to meet. And only after breaking up with him tonight did I get that revelation. Only after ending it and not understanding why there was so much Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, so much bipolar. I couldn't figure it out. Why do I feel like I know him so well, but then every other day it's like a hot mess? It doesn't make sense. Well, it's because he was channeling. It's destiny swapping. It's like I needed to see the family and what the family had done and what greedy people do for money. Greedy people that hurt innocent people for money. I needed to see it so I could stop hating him, blaming him for the reason my life is shit. It's not my soulmate's problem. It's the evil hearts of those that killed him. And on the surface, it doesn't look like anyone can be blamed, you know? Who could really be blamed for killing the Christ? Am I right? Isn't that what he came to do? Die? I believe I died in 2019, and I believe I did so to free myself from also the same sort of evil family. That if they could have had it my way, I would have been dead a long time ago. All I know is I get messages from the other side, and tonight's message shocked the shit out of me. The beautiful, gorgeous man named Angel died. And I think that is my person. I can finally move on. I can finally give him closure, help him cross over. There's just it's you know, it's almost like giving a spirit validation that this is what happened to you. I'm so sorry that your family did this. I'm sorry nobody protected you. I'm sorry nobody could love you the way you needed it. I love you. And his name is Angel. And he's beautiful. And I'm finally okay with moving on. I'm good with it. I think it's kind of an interesting story. It's an interesting plot twist I never saw coming. It's like saying goodbye to his brother today. I finally broke it off. And when I did, I meditated. And I got that download. And I heard it from God, so I know it's reputable. It was that still small voice that told me that. That is not something the devil would enlighten me with, I doubt. I trust it. I trust the source by which it came. So now, I'm left with the question of why. Why was I introduced to that family? Why did I have to learn about it? It's probably so I can teach about it. You know? Teaching about magic, how to protect yourself, teaching about the other side, teaching about angels, spirit guides, you know, the whole thing. Chances are I had to go learn who he was, so I could stop hating him for not being there for me. That poor innocent man was never going to be able to be there for me. They were cursing him all the same. He was a tortured soul. In my opinion, he was an angel and he was sacrificed. So now I guess there's about to be judgment on that family from God. And the second I walk away is the second it starts. The second I lose all contact. And I really only had contact with that family through the man that I'd been talking to for the last 6 months. His brother, who I fell in love with. But really, I fell in love with Angel as he was channeling through his brother. Do you see what I mean? It's a black screen tonight, honey. I'm just discovering a very big truth about something spiritually profound. Hello. I was just meditating and I went through a breakup tonight. A big breakup. It was pretty loud. I yelled at the top of my lungs and I don't know. I don't even really feel bad. I'd been with him 6 months, and once I broke it off, I meditated. And I got this download from Spirit that he wasn't actually my soulmate. His dead brother was. His brother died a few years ago. And from the other side, he's been guiding me to his family so that I can get closure for him. I can help cross him over. I can validate what happened. I can stop being angry. Angry that the love of my lifetimes always dies. The one that I am so fucking... I remember. And he always dies. And now I've had to know that he died twice. And 2 times I remember. In my life, he died once in 2022. And then he died, I guess, in the same year. I think it was like 2021, 2022. I can't remember what year it was, but it was about then that he died. 6 months isn't much. You sound exhausting. Oh. You can leave. People comes into our life to make memories, you know? Yeah. Exactly. And it's not that I regret being with him. It's just I couldn't understand why some days he would be this man that I knew and recognized, and then other days it would just be like a totally different man. And I didn't understand what was happening until tonight. He's a psychic, and he was channeling as a psychic medium. He was channeling his dead brother because he was so close to him. I mean, they were very close, so, I mean, it makes sense. So, yeah, I ended it tonight, and I'm sad, but I had to. I couldn't understand the whole Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing. Like, one day we're good, the next we're crazy, bipolar. I couldn't understand it. You lost me. I never had you at all, dupes. In fact, I already fucking blocked you yesterday, and you can't take a goddamn hint. You lost me. Bitch, I don't lose people. People lose me. It ain't that deep. Yet you can't stay off my goddamn live stream. It's not that deep. I'm not that special. I'm not that important. But you can't take your fucking ears somewhere else. Then I guess it's your estranged cousin, Duper Scooper, or whatever his fucking name was yesterday, huh? The point is, bud, you can leave it at any time. There's a little X button up there. You see it? And you just right click on your little mouse, your little your pointer. Right up there, bud. It's so easy. Even you can do it, Dupe Scoop. Oh, is he here then? What if he's dual-souled? I've heard of something similar. What? Hello, Aisha. I've never heard of that. I'm kind of entertained. Good. That explains your lack of self-discipline and why you can't leave for the life of you. I do really like the idea of a dual-souled. What is that? Is that like channeling? Because I think what it is the man I was with for 6 months, he's a psychic. Well, I know he's a psychic medium, but I was just thinking maybe that's what dual souls... The boy who left isn't your twin flame. Aisha, the man that I've been with the last 6 months, I ended things with him tonight. And when I did, I meditated, and God told me that I actually wasn't in his life because he was my soulmate. I was in his life because his deceased brother was my soulmate. So, his brother that died a few years ago. It's like I was in his family for a little while just to learn what happened, to give him closure as a soul. And I was so angry as a divine feminine that I actually had anger issues towards men in general. And it needed to fix. I needed to have that fixed because it was going to ruin my life. Men are not the problem. Some men are the problem. I would say most men are good men. So I was too angry as a woman. And I wondered why I kept getting stuck with angry men. And that's why. That's why. Unhealed. So I needed to go learn, you know? So anyway, I went into that family and I found out what dark magic is and how it killed Angel. His name was literally Angel. And his family definitely benefited financially after that. I would assume most Judases do, no? Anyway, several mansions later, his real twin flame has $12 to her name and no food in the fridge today. So I needed to see why. Why women like myself, we suffer so much. We're so connected to source that we become the truth tellers that everyone loves to hate. And we get knocked to rock bottom, homeless on the streets, abused, tormented, tortured even. And this world chews us up and spits us out, and we don't have any idea why. Well, now I fucking get why. My divine protector is dead. And his family benefited too obviously for me not to notice. Dual-souled people share a vessel with another soul, not as channeling, but they both kind of step in and live with the same life, like a train switches conductors. Oh, wow. Aisha, I am so glad that you're here tonight. I literally prayed for wisdom tonight. I meditated and I got that download. And you ever have something hit your soul so real, so fucking visceral, so real that it shocks you into like convulsion? I convulsed. Like one of those crying sessions that you can't help but scream and grab your chest and just convulse. That truth was that the man I've been in love with the last 6 months, he's not my twin flame. His dead brother was. And his dead brother led me to him. I don't know. Maybe because it's dual souled. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because, I don't know why. But God told me that I will never be with him again, that guy. Because he's fallen from grace and he's no longer my divine masculine. So I'm moving on. And that's how it is with divine feminines. It is because I am too far in my North Node. I'm too far in my life purpose. And I deserve to have someone that loves me. And I deserve to have a God right next to me, as I'm a goddess. I deserve to have a king to my queen, and that is exactly what I'm going to get. I'm not settling. So I hated men, most men, and that's not exactly conducive for a healthy relationship. So I guess my dead twin flame led me to his brother. So his brother could step it up, possibly. I don't know. But his brother didn't step it up. So his brother is stepping it out because I'm done. I'm done. And anyway, that whole coven, that whole family, they too eerily, very eerily, creepily benefited from the death of their son. Now, I don't really want to say that they killed him. I don't. There's no, I don't think there's foul play. I don't think so. But I do know dark magic when I see it. And I do know a soul that gets inundated with a lot of projections and invisible curses. I've seen it. So yes, while there might not have been any physical harm done to his body, there was definitely harm done by his mind. And no one in the family could save him. And today I yelled at this man that I'd been with for 6 months. I yelled at him in a way that a divine feminine should have yelled. I had 3 dads growing up. One gave me up for adoption. The second one that adopted me abused me and beat me half to death. And the third one died when I was just about to blossom into a woman and I needed help. The most lovely man ever died. 3 dads, and they all abandoned me. And so I've been waiting my entire life for that dad, for that role model, to find that king. And I found him. Myself. The one in me. I am now my own divine masculine, and I know it. I know it. I know that I defend myself. I know that I protect myself. I know I keep myself safe. And you know, I'm noticing now that I'm just not meant for this world, and I'm not meant for worldly relationships that are just based on formless superficiality. I need to be with an actual angel. And I was meditating after I ended things tonight with this man. We went through a breakup tonight. I'm still, my throat is sore. And after he failed me, and I yelled at him and I said, "You fucking failed me." And like, you know, your entire family has mansions and Teslas and freaking everything. And your wife has $12 to her name and no food in the fridge. Homeless at rock bottom with nothing. No car, no house. No weapons to protect herself, nothing really. And I was so angry at him, and I just yelled and I yelled and I yelled and I screamed, and it was just, I would say for damn near 45 minutes, I just screamed at him. And I feel like I got in everything every woman has ever wanted to say, ever, to a man who she felt abandoned him. I said, it must have been nice being poor Mr. Rich Boy. Living on a mountain. In a mansion. That your dead brother paid for with his life. The man that probably was destined for me. But I know all too much about sacrifices and sacrificial lambs now. I know too much about dark magic. I've seen it. I've seen what they do, how sacrifices really work. You see these elites and what they do to these people. It's like that. They sadly benefited way too much from his death. In my opinion, becoming some of the most rich people I've ever met in my life. And I can't, again, allegedly, I can't say for sure that there's a direct correlation between his death and suddenly becoming wealthy, but I definitely notice these things. So now what? Now what? Now I get to meet beautiful people like Aisha, who's so beautiful. And she's so loving and kind. She just wants to be recognized by a soul that loves her. And I finally get to be that one tonight. For even 5 minutes. I love you, Aisha. Now I get to go be the love that I know I am. And I get to go be that for the world. Not a greasy, selfish, self-absorbed, narcissistic man. But I actually go to give love to those who are wanting it. Not those who throw it away. I would give him my love just for him to turn around and throw it away. So now, that big truth that I heard tonight by God, I heard God say it. And if you hear God say something, you can't unhear it. I heard God say, Jenna, you were not Marcos's twin flame. Angel was your twin flame. And he died. And he led you to his brother because his brother was supposed to be able to help you. And unfortunately, he can no longer do so. Sadly, that same coven of witches and warlocks, they call themselves the Cats and Dogs, ironically enough. Now, unfortunately, he too has been compromised by dark forces spiritually as a divine masculine, and I no longer can be around him. So God is making me break up with him, which is, of course, breaking my heart. Hello. The truth always sets you free. Exactly. Hi, Joey. Great to meet you. Why are we in the dark? Tonight is just one of those nights, honey. No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. Thank you. Thank you for the kindness, Jenna. I know it feels hard right now, but this is just proof you've always been guided to the truth. You're so beautiful, Aisha. I can't thank you enough for being here, honey. Thank you for sharing that thing about the dual soul. I had no idea. It's like a contract. Two souls use the same body? Oh, Amani. Do you genuinely care if I'm okay? Or is that just a formality? Just a greeting? Or are you really curious? Georgia. That's where you live? Well, the Italians have a great investment in Parmesan Reggiano cheese, a true Italian investment. Power of the cheese. Love it. Love the power of the cheese, man. My colon doesn't so much, but I love the power of the cheese wheel. What plus size woman doesn't? Girl, I love me some cheese. You know I do. You know I love me some Jesus too. Oh my God, Dark Forces is such a great Lucis Arts game. Such a great Star Wars game. Oh, I hate people that are not okay. What the fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? Dude, I heard some weird shit today. I just talked about cheese wheels. So I know today was a weird ass day, okay? But you're gonna finish it out strong with I hate people that are not okay. The fuck is wrong with you? Let's hope everyone is okay, right, Joey? Yes, I heard about it because a channeler said Rihanna was one of the dual-souled people. The souls make the agreement for various reasons. Get out. Shut up. Are you serious? I gotta look into that, girl. So I'm wondering then if the guy I was with for the last 6 months, if he's a dual soul, you know, then his deceased brother is very much what I think he is. Then if that's the case, I think that he very much was my twin flame and he died. And then suddenly everybody in the family is super rich. Mansions, cars, expensive vacations. Don't you find it a bit odd? All the way up to the top, upper echelon kind of shit. After he dies at like 20 some years old. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The dude is tortured by demons and then he mysteriously dies. Just, come on. Knowing that the whole family, in my opinion, is full of witches and warlocks, yeah. I'm not afraid to go right to them. I'm not afraid, not physically. I'm not going to them. They live far away from me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in my happy, hiney home. I'm not getting involved with witches, warlocks, and wizards. Bitch, nah. I'm okay. But what I do know is I'm thankful that I got to learn tonight that turns out the man I'd been in love with for 6 months, he isn't even my soulmate. His brother was my soulmate. I'm relieved. I'm relieved. It's fucking weird. It's weird, but I'm relieved. Why are you cussing at me when I tell you, are you okay? That doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck would I not curse at you? 1, I love the F-bomb. 2, you're fucking annoying. 3, I don't care if you ask, are you okay? I genuinely care if you genuinely care, are people okay? And you just admitted you don't. Right. Go somewhere, Amani. Fucking leave, dude. I think that could definitely be it. Always trust your intuition. Channeling, in my opinion, doesn't go on for days or drastically changes a person. Right. Okay. No, that makes sense, Aisha. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That actually, I guess I'm so grateful for you. First of all, I prayed for clarity, and this is exactly what I needed, some wisdom. Thank you for being here. But yeah, no, you're right. I guess for 6 whole months, that would take a lot of energy to channel. Huh. So I guess the question is, what is the difference in knowing if they're channeling temporarily or signing a full-on soul contract to be a dual soul? I guess, like, what is the mechanism that's the difference? What's the two, you know? There's a soul. Is it just a soul contract? Is that what it is? Is that the difference? Is that they make a soul contract? Because I mean, if you get down to the mechanics of it, then channeling would be the same thing, right? Agreeing to a soul contract, or no? Hello, Krishna. So I don't think channeling is really signing a soul contract. Channeling is just an agreement to channel a spirit, to channel a soul for just a short period of time. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so it turns out you're kind of right, Aisha. There's no way it could have lasted 6 months. The dude would have been exhausted. So I think you're right. But anyway, I could not believe that God told me Angel is my twin flame. Angel was my twin flame. He's the reason that family has anything. He was sick and tired of that family being impoverished, being in poverty, women being abused, people being taken advantage of. And I think he incarnated into it to sacrifice himself on purpose so that they could start living a better life or something, you know? I think he agreed to be here in the Hunger Games and volunteer as tribute. And I think he really wanted that family to never suffer like that again. I think he sacrificed himself. Can't really call it murder then, can you? Can't say somebody killed him. He let it happen. Think about it like the story of Jesus. Jesus sacrificed himself on purpose. At any time, he could have instantly asked angels to please come in and rescue him, but he didn't. He knew he was God. Jesus knew that he was the Son of God. At any time, he could have said, no, I don't want this anymore. And so he didn't. He said, I love love and I want to die for this. I want to die just to show people unconditional love, just to be the one that wakes people up to love. So in a way, no one killed him then, you know. I think he did it willingly. And I never got to meet him. I never got to meet him. And my other ex died in 2022. He died. He took his life. I've just dealt with so much loss. I just want to kind of just... I want better. I want better than this life. Yeah, one is an argument. one is an agreement. One is an agreement, and channeling is being the medium between another being who wants to pass information, whether in energy, in essence. Right, right. But yeah, the channeling is not a contract. It's just a temporary verbal agreement, like a temporary quid pro quo. Like, you help me and I'll do this. You work as a medium channeling, and the perk and the benefit to that is crossing over that soul or relaying a message to somebody that needed to hear it. So, I mean, there's so much beauty in channeling. As a channeler, I love what I do. I didn't understand dual souls with a thing, though. That's insane. That's insane. I love that you're teaching me that. Thank you so much. I could maybe describe it as, imagine you wake up and go about your routine, and in the ethers, the other soul is eventually like, okay, I'm going to step in for you for XYZ amount of time, and then takes over. Either to take very important actions or to deal with a task they could complete more efficiently than the other consciousness. Okay, so it's really giving multiple personalities. So this is so intriguing to me, because my grandmother was bipolar schizophrenic, and she had multiple personality disorder when she was alive. And they thought for the longest time that it skipped a generation and went to me. But I'm actually a channeler, so I know that I'm a psychic, and I'm able to channel multiple energies, multiple persons, multiple personalities. And so it's a very thin line, I think, in mental illness versus psychic spiritual awakening. And I think that this needs to be talked about more. I don't think this shit gets talked about enough. So it actually it's quite an interesting segment into consciousness, spirits, entities, souls, channeling. Here I was falling in love for 6 months with this man, and his dead brother was my soulmate. And using him all along to relay information to me, to love me, to maybe possibly be a dual soul, like a shared twin, like a. And I remember he told me, he said, I taught him. I trained him, Jenna. When he was a kid, I raised that boy. So they were very close. I mean, it would make sense, And of course, it breaks my heart that I have to move on from him, but I have to. And that's what he told me tonight. He said, I want you to forget me. And I want you to go be happy. And I think forgetting me will make you happy. And I think I'm not going to have a choice. I think I'm soon going to forget him. I think God is going to wipe my memory, because there's no tears in heaven, and that's where I'm going. I'm going to such a higher elevated timeline that there is no sadness. There's only joy. And so I think what's going to happen is God is just going to remove him from my energy, and I will not be addicted to him. He will not chase me. I will not manifest him. It's just going to be cold turkey, just straight withdrawal. Withdrawal symptoms be damned. If I go through a withdrawal symptom and I feel like I'm losing my shit, I hope somebody comes to my rescue in the next couple of days. But right now, I feel like it should be pretty easy to move on from him, I guess. Wow, Jenna, you're so strong. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, we are only hearing her side here. Exactly. He doesn't have a channel, so there's not much of his side that you'll hear right now, but that is so insightful. I'm sure there is a better explanation and videos on this. Maybe researching this will be very eye-opening. I bet it will be. And I thank you so much. I'd heard of soul walk-ins. I definitely heard of soul walk-ins, because I am a soul walk-in. I died in 2019. And so I'm a higher soul. I agreed to take over this body because this body was still rather healthy. So I agreed as a higher, more evolved soul to take over this body. And I'm a soul walk-in. So I knew that whoever I was probably going to be destined with was probably going to be a soul walk-in. But I'd never heard of a dual soul. That is fucking amazing. You know, and it's very strange that the man I've been with the last 6 months, he was in a coma for 3 months. Okay, let's not forget that. That's actually why I thought he was my twin flame, because in the same way that his brother died, he too was attacked psychically and spiritually and had the worst shit happen to him as well. And so he went into a coma because of it. But he didn't die. So, you know, I don't know if he's just stronger as a soul. I don't know if... My concern is that it's not that he's stronger as a soul, it's that he agreed to the devil's terms and he said, okay, like, I'm not going to be sacrificed because there was already a sacrifice made here. I don't need to die. Somebody already died for this family. I don't need to do it too. Or he would say something like, in my head, I would think he would have said, the coma is my death. And he actually did say that. He said, I died in that coma. He says that he died. And I think that that is a death in a way. So let's not act like he's some small chump change. That dude's a fucking god. The man I've been in love with the last 6 months is a god. Let's not get it twisted. Okay? He is no small minnow. But my true twin flame, I think, was his brother, not him. I think there's a lot of truth Spirit is leading you to. Shows how favored you are. Most people aren't shown these things. Oh, Aisha, you know what? First of all, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thirdly, can I just tell you how refreshing it is to talk to somebody this advanced? Because I thought for sure people would think I'd sound crazy. And of course some do, but it just means the world to me that I can just tell you, just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, you know? And you just be like, yeah, this makes sense. And I don't know, it's just, it's like, when you hear it in your brain from that still small voice when you're meditating, and it's the most overwhelming truth that you know is real because it makes you cry at a soul level. Like your soul feels that shit. You know what I mean? Your soul feels that shit. You ever have something so blatantly obvious that it makes you fucking convulse while you cry because it's truth and you know it? And it's like the most... Not only does the truth set you free, but honey, the truth feeds you, okay? The truth nourishes you. And I felt it in my bones. I felt nourished. I felt like that was the most true shit I've ever heard in my life. The most real shit ever. Was that my twin flame died and was leading me to this other man, because this other man was going to protect me and love me while I was getting down to the bottom of what happened to my twin flame. He knew that his brother would take care of me as I went very deep into that whole family to discover what happened to Angel. Yeah. We're talking probably 60 people in that family that are very spiritually gifted. Well, I mean, I don't know how gifted they're going to be now. Shit. Once I pull away, once I pull back, oh, they're all going to go through karma. Trust me on this. But you got two sides. You know what's so ironic? You got the cats on one side. They literally call themselves the cats. And then on the other side of the family, it's the dogs. You've got the dogs and the cats, literally. This is what they call themselves as covens. Are you serious? They call themselves that? And I'm not supposed to think that that's a coven that killed my twin flame and put his brother in a coma? Sure, is there no proof? No. No physical proof. I don't think they laid a hand on him. I think they just gave him every single thing to kill himself. They made it too easy for him to kill himself. Now, one person I don't think tried to intervene. Except the man that I'm in love with for the last 6 months. He was the only one that tried to step in and save his brother, from what I gathered. So I think he came to me and led me to his family because there's unfinished business, or like you know how when people die, in movies, they're like, I have unfinished business. Can you please help me solve this mystery so I can cross over? I feel like that's what it is. I feel like my real soulmate led me to that family and led me to, well, as of tonight, my ex-boyfriend. And it's just so sad he's not ready. So I have to move on. That's okay. Sometimes that happens, Send lots of support. I truly think he will be back, or already is. If he's meant for you, no one can change God's plan. You're so beautiful, Aisha. You really think that? So of course you're one to believe, girl. Look at how open-minded you are. So you're definitely one to believe in reincarnation. I mean, duh. I mean, that's like the most duh. And plus, it is not that far-fetched to believe that souls get recycled. The soul doesn't die. So if it wants to come back and party hardy, who's it going to do it with? Probably the one that they were with for fucking ever. I'm going to manifest him back, period. Now that I know it was Angel, bet. Aisha, bet. Bet. Right now. I promise you, girl, I'm about to do it. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. They wanted me to stop so bad. They wanted me to stop, but I'm still fucking going. Yeah, I'm never going to stop. I'm a tank. I'm a unit. I'm a beast. I'm a savage. Very soon, I'll have a success story for you, honey. Don't you worry about a thing. Now that I know it's Angel, and I know the puzzle pieces are forming themselves, now I can put the puzzle together and then laminate it and be like, look, guys, I fucking know my shit. I just survived yet another coven, dude. Yet another coven, dude. One where people are actually taken out. And I survived another coven, dude. Omaha was chump change. The fucking coven of Omaha was nothing. I just survived a coven of literal cats and dogs. So I'm telling you what. I'm grateful for these lessons because this is what makes me a high priestess, honey. How can I help people spiritually if I haven't been through the ringer, huh? How am I going to help people get out of cults and covens and save themselves from shit like this unless I've been in it, in the thick of it, and wiggled my way out of it, huh? How am I going to do that? And how else am I going to be an independent boss bitch woman unless I say, I am my own sugar daddy. I am my own caretaker. I'm my own provider. I'm my own protector. Right? How am I going to be able to love in a partnership, a healthy dynamic, if I don't love myself to independence? I want to be independent within a dependent relationship. I want to be independent within a relationship. But I want it healthy. Not like, I don't need a man. I don't need that's just so toxic. Women that are that opposed to having a man in their life, honey, take yourself off Tinder. You're angry and bitter. Get off Tinder where there's just a whole bunch of men and go handle your issues on why you don't like men. Men are not the problem. Your anger is. Your bitterness is. Your unresolved trauma from when you were 5 years old is. And I'm grateful that I got to know this truth. I'm grateful I got to know Angel. His name is literally fucking Angel. Can you even believe that? No. Can you even believe it? What the fuck? His name is literally Angel. Come on, dude. You can't make this shit up. I mean, sacrifice as an angel? Are you fucking kidding? And then I just recently learned that the man I'd been in love with for the last 6 months, he was poisoned while he was still in his mom's belly. He was supposed to be killed in the womb. And it didn't happen. He instead became a fucking beast. He became the strongest man alive instead. They couldn't even kill him from the womb, babe. They couldn't even kill him when he was a fetus. They couldn't even kill him when he couldn't even blink yet. Let alone after a 3-month coma. The fuck? You know why? Probably because they'd already killed his brother. Probably because the Dark Forces already had the sacrifice they needed. They didn't need another one. It's probably it, you know? That's probably it. The depression from losing his brother is what led him to the coma in the first place. What put him in the coma was the depression from losing his brother. The sacrifice had already been made. He didn't need to die too. He was the last one. Angel was the last one. If you think about it as sacrificial lambs, and you think about what we are, guys, human experiments, earth angels in the flesh, they get handed over to dark forces. Just so our Judas families can have their fair share and their full bellies and their nice mansions and Maseratis. So I'm pretty sure Angel, he already made the sacrifice. So my ex didn't need to. So he survived. And I hope he does. I hope he does. I love that guy. I really fucking love him. I love him, and it's gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me. Moving on from him. It's gonna kill me. Moving on. But I can't help it. I have to. No, I don't want to, and you know I don't, but I have to. I really do have to. Now that I found out the truth, I'm gonna go find Angel then. Love the energy. Oh. There's already a timeline where he already reincarnated 30 years ago, girl. Oh. Aisha, where did you come from? How are you healing my soul, a stranger on the internet tonight? I swear to God. I swear to God, you're healing my soul. Your faith in bigger things is healing me. It's not that I don't believe. I completely. Girl, if I wanted to be a mermaid tomorrow, I know I could manifest it, okay? I'm the most open-minded woman you'll ever meet. But sometimes, especially right now in this sadness, I have a little bit of a faith problem, and for you to be here is so beautiful. Thank you for having this much faith. I thought I was the only one in the world with this much faith. And this much belief in magical things. There's a timeline where you already reincarnated 30 years ago, girl. Let's affirm we're in it. And he was using his brother as a way to remind you. Oh, God. You know what's so crazy? Just 2 nights ago, or no, it was last night or the night before, I can't remember. But I had the most beautiful vision when I was on the phone with him. We had the most beautiful moment in God. For about a good half hour, I could see our future. And I don't think it was him. I think it was Angel and I. And I think that he channeled Angel so that I could manifest the future with Angel. I really think this. I thought that at first it was him, but I think he's too low vibrational. I don't think he's as psychic as he thinks. I think that I was manifesting my future baby, pets. I could see it so clearly for about a half hour. I was so in the spirit. I was so in my imagination. I saw all of it. I saw what the baby's room looked like. I saw the onesie. I saw all of it. I saw everything. So visceral. It was so real. And I immediately thanked him. I was like, wow, thank you for opening yourself up like that, because you just literally helped me believe in whoever my husband is. And if it's you, great. If it's not you, great. It's okay. Thank you for loving me so much that you reminded me who my husband and my child is. And I'm kind of wondering if Angel was the one that really did that. Wow. Love the energy. There's also, oh, you're so sweet, baby. There's also a timeline where he never left. True. 100% true. Of course that's true. Gosh, Aisha, you have genuinely the most open mind of any woman I've ever met. I love this. You keep going, girl. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of you. Sacrifices are just a way for greedy people to believe their evil had any power. You could just revise it in the snap of a finger. Okay. All right. Well, hold on a second. I like where you're going with this. You could just revise it. Okay. I'm listening. I definitely know about revision when it comes to manifesting. So, I mean, I don't need you to explain that part, but I'm listening. I know how to revise, but give me more. I need more on this because this is going to be good. Revise what part? The part that he didn't die at all? Maybe start with his brother was actually there the whole time. Maybe I could revise it with his brother showed up on the phone all the time like, hey, Jenna. Maybe I what? Put false memories in my head about how he never died or what? Like, what is revision? Well, I know that a lot of people wonder. It's just literally changing a memory that you've had. But I wonder if planting false memories in your head is also considered revision. I would say it is. Look, there's a guy here with the word edit in his name. See? That's funny as hell. That's what I'm talking about, revision. Sending lots of hugs and positive energy. Thank you also for being kind and uplifting me. Are you kidding? This is my honor. I'm honored to know you. I've seen you a couple times on here and I regret not getting to know you sooner, but this is kind of nice. I believe it. I'm not super psychic, but I just heard energy imprint. Ooh. As if the purpose of your ex channeling Angel is those moments. So your soulmate can somehow place his energy around you. Right. And help me manifest again. By remembering him, right? Placing the energy around me. Being a conduit. He was the connector. He was the middleman, so to speak. He was the go-between. He was the psychic medium, the go-between. And so when Angel would channel through him, that's when I could see visually with my third eye into other realms, because he's higher vibrational than his brother, than the guy I was dating. Angel would be higher vibrational. He's the one that sacrificed everything. He's very high vibrational. If that's the case, makes him a fucking saint. If what I suspect to be true, I would say that it makes him very, very holy. Having his energy around you helps you attract his essence to you like a red tie. Yes. I get it. I don't know, to be honest. I think you can revise it any way you want. Maybe try to communicate with him and ask how he'd like you to do it. Whoa, girl, this is honey. Do you hear how excited I'm getting? Because look at you. Look at you out here saving a girl's heart. one breakup at a time. Look, I literally, I knew something was off when when he first told me about Angel's death, and I just glossed over it. I knew something was weird when I didn't even, it's not that I didn't care. I didn't pry into it. I was just like, oh, okay. I shrugged it off. And looking back, I wonder why that was. I kind of knew something was off. Like, there is some sort of hush hush. You're not allowed to talk about that in our family. There was like, but the man I'd been with for 6 months, he's so fucking brave that that's all he did. He knows his family did it. He told me himself. I know my family did it because my family killed me too. He said that to me. I feel so bad having him all by himself without anybody. You know, he doesn't have anybody in that situation. I kind of don't want to leave him stranded, but I know he's got God, right? He's got God. That intuition never lies. Oh my God, I know. I didn't know why I wasn't asking questions. It's because there's like this shh. We don't talk about that. No. Shh. Quiet. He died, yes, but none of us talk about him ever. It's just like this elephant in the room. Magically, everyone did better after. Well, I'm not sure if it was right after the death or not, but I do know that the family at one time was impoverished, and then they went to multimillionaire status. And I'm thinking to myself, but it was strange. My ex, when he was in a coma, he woke up from the coma, and his girlfriend at the time, she'd become this famous celebrity overnight. She was on this fancy magazine cover. She was one of the Miss American pageants winners, and she became this huge thing because she sacrificed him. And he knows it. And I guess I'm here to encourage a lot of women to believe that your divine masculine is waking up, honey. He knows, he sees it. He's not stupid. He sees what they do to him. How they make money off of his death. They see it. But yeah, I just remember looking at pictures of Angel when he would show me, and he was so beautiful. Just such a handsome guy. Like one of those guys, like a pretty boy. Definitely a pretty boy. And you just knew he was getting all the popularity and all the attention. And his name was literally Angel. I mean, that's a big deal. Like, that's a big deal. That's an omen if I've ever heard it. You can always wish the best for someone while protecting your energy. I don't blame you for having empathy and compassion. I'd simply ask Spirit to help him protect himself. Yes. You can always wish the best for someone while protecting your energy. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you for the reminder. You're beautiful. That's exactly right. I can wish the best for him and not have him in my life. Absolutely. I don't blame you for having empathy and compassion. I'd ask Spirit for him to protect himself. Yes. Yes. May he protect himself. And I love him. I love him. And I hope truly, he's already lost enough. I mean, come on. Knowing that your entire family wanted you dead after killing your brother. And the man's, and now he has to lose me. And now he has to lose the love of his life too. Oh my God. I don't know. Oh, the poor thing. I don't even want to think about it. This is a unique path you walk. You will help so many people. Thank you, honey. It's so different. You know, I was born at 4:16 in the morning on April 16th. 4/16. When I was first born, my mom didn't even get to hold me first. The doctor wrapped me up in a blanket and took me around to everybody on the birthing floor and showed me off. The doctor literally took me to random strangers minutes old, and said, "Isn't this the most beautiful baby you've ever seen?" My mom told me that story so many times growing up, and I had no idea why she kept repeating it. I was like, I don't know, Mom, why you hate me so much, but yet you tell me I was the most beautiful thing ever. I don't get it. Well, I later learned that the doctor was christening me. The doctor was blessing me before my mother could curse me. So it was actually a spiritual anointing on my life, literally from birth, so that I could break generational curses. Hi, Joe. How do you know that happened? Wives' tale? How did I know you were going to ask that? How did I know? How did I know some troll named Joseph Rodriguez was going to come in here and say, how do you know? Is that a wives' tale? I'm going to tell you how I know, bitch. Because my own fucking mother told me. Dude, what? Do you have an agenda? You got something to do? Anything better to do? Don't you have Christmas presents to go buy for your family or some shit? Joey? Jojo? Yes, it is a unique path, and I will definitely help many souls, but unfortunately right now... I'm dealing with troll bots. I just don't understand why people... It's like, are you miserable in your life? Aisha, you're so beautiful, and I thank you for being here. Normally, I'd be able to hold the higher frequency, but my heart is shattered tonight, which lets people like Joseph Rodriguez in my chat. So I'm not going to have to bore you with this anymore, Aisha. No, I just got your attention because I'm so fucking desperate. Because I need it like a parasite. I need your energy, Jenny. I need your energy. I know it's hard, but remember, you're also in heavy situations and only had yourself in spirit. It's the same case for him. No, he's being taken care of if you can. Yes, thank you, my love. I will. I'm going to look into that dual soul thing because that's incredible. I like that idea. I really like, and I'm going to try the revision thing. I'm going to let you know how that goes because I've only tried revision a couple times, and honey, it did change my life. This one time I was abused by somebody. I got abused by somebody, and I revised it that somebody defended me and protected me. And that's a false memory. You know, I implanted a false memory into my head using revision, and it changed the whole game for me. I got through so much healing. PTSD was just removed. Like, it never even happened. And so I'm really wondering if I'm about to revise. You know what would be cool, Aisha? Well, you know what would be cool? Is if I started, like, remembering memories that never happened, of course, but of Angel walking in the room and talking to me on the phone with my ex, being like, hey, you know? I mean, why not? That's all revision is just revising the past. Would it be so cool, right? I should try it. Should I try it? See, I'm already happier. Revision is instant. Have you ever revised anything and had success with it? If you want to share, you don't have to, but... Oh, I'm sure you have. You're very talented, Aisha. I can tell. I can tell. You're just so beautiful. Aisha. I think that was the girl's name from Upload. Upload. Oh my. Oh my. You ever see Upload on Amazon? On Amazon Prime? The Amazon streaming service? Oh my gosh. Girl, if you've ever watched Upload, it's sort of similar to this in that a man's consciousness gets uploaded into a digital afterlife, and he can communicate with the earth realm through like virtual reality goggles. It's so insane. I cannot even believe we're talking about this. This is so fucking crazy. You should. I've never revised before, actually. I want to start, though. I'm still trying to manifest more. Oh, yes, girl. Okay, so you know what you should revise? Oh, my God. Do you know what you should actually revise? Shut up right now. you should revise that you've instantly manifested something. If what we're talking is false memories, then isn't any memory we've ever had, there's no past and there's no future. So any memory we've had is changeable. I mean, so what if you actually revise that, like, one time you went to go manifest, you went to go write in your journal, and the very next thing you know, boom, you got an instant free coffee or something. You know? Oh, it's a good show. It's hilarious. You'll love it. You'll love it. It's a love story. It's very cute. Upload on Amazon. But yeah, it's so cool, the revision. Like, that really is so cool. Wow, yeah, I can't believe I've never thought of that before. It's like shooting two birds with one stone. Can you believe it, girl? It's revision and instant manifestation. So why don't you go into your memory bank, which isn't there yet, and just script, or I would write it in a journal. I would write it in a journal because you're going to want to see proof. I think, I don't know. I'm going to write this stuff in a journal. I'm going to do revision and we'll compare notes. Okay. You try it tonight and tomorrow and you let me know. Okay. But try to see if you can instantly manifest in your memory and then say, I always do this. Have me say to you, oh my God, Aisha, how did you do that? And you're just like, girl, I always do this. I always manifest instantly. It's Jenna, it's so crazy. It's so easy. I do it all the time. So try to, like, and then just replay that, reloop that 10-second scene for like a couple days and just until it really solidifies and you feel like it's so believable and you feel like it's already happened. Because it has. It's just as likely, it's just as true as any other memory you've had in the past, right? Who's the one that gives it the validity? Right? I'm going to try this ASAP. Girl, I know. Listen. Hey, shh, don't tell anybody. Girl, shh. Listen, bitch, listen. I'm going to go get my notebook. I swear to God. I'm going to go get my notebook and start revising like right away. Listen, don't tell anybody. God, don't tell anybody. But I'm already seriously so in love with, if my twin flame is Angel, I'm already so in love with him that I'm about to start revising all of this. I'm going to even revise parts where I was told about Angel. And he was like, oh yeah, he came to me in a dream and told me that he loves you. And he did this. And, well, no, because that would still imply he's dead. We're trying to avoid that part. So how about instead they're playing video games? And I happen to see him on video call and I'm like, oh my gosh, like come on, there's gotta be something. I can do it. I know we can. Yes, this is so fun. So how about we compare notes tomorrow or the next day, okay? If you see me on live stream, or you can email me if you want, but if you see me on live stream, we'll compare, okay? I would go crazy with your visualizations, imagine dates at fancy restaurants and everything, buying mansions together. Babe, that's kind of adorable. Because, I mean, technically speaking, I got offered by his mom just a couple weeks ago. Since my ex, he's still, he hadn't been doing very well with his arm. His arm was still paralyzed from the coma. And his legs are not really, although I'm not affirming that. I'm affirming he's I'm affirming he's very healthy. Anyway, she wanted me there to take care of him and offered to pay me to be there. But I kind of felt like I couldn't. I even told him, I'm like, I can't do it. I wanted to at first. I was like, you guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. I was like, no one could blame me. Here I am. I have $12 to my name and I'm already loving the man for free. I might as well go heal him for a salary. I might as well have a roof over my head and food in my fridge. I love him doing it for free. Why wouldn't I love it getting paid? So she wanted to pay to have me come heal him because she couldn't. And something told me not to do it. And I think it's because I don't trust any of them. I don't trust anybody who calls themselves cats or dogs. Do you know what I mean? I just don't. Do you, Aisha? Do you trust a family that calls themselves the Cats and Dogs? No. And has, out of like 4 kids, 5 kids, 2 of which have already almost died or died. Yeah, no, I don't trust it. And so I told her, no, thank you. And that's when all hell broke loose, like the last couple days, me telling her no. Like, I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with that family. And that's understandable. Don't let their heavy energy sour your whimsy, though. Oh, your future abundance is completely protected from them. Thank you, my love. Okay, so you're so sweet. You're so awesome. Okay, wait. One last thing. I want to like really go crazy with this. See, you think it's so fun for the journaling that I'm about to do, and I think it's so fucking fun for the journaling you're about to do. But like, it would be really cool to imagine him like coming in, because we had so many video calls over the last 6 months. Like, it would be cool if I could try to impart some memories of his brother coming in and being like, you know, like flirting or just smiling or something, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Huh. That's the lovely thing about being with other hopeful, lighthearted people. Oh my God. You are so beyond beautiful. I can't believe how amazing of a soul you are. You know, girl, it takes real misery and real suffering to appreciate a soul like you. And I can genuinely say I'm grateful for all the suffering that I've had to endure, because I would not be able to sit here with you right now. And this is the most beautiful moment of my entire life. Well, one of them. And you're incredibly high vibrational, and I love talking to you. Getting to know you is fun. Yes. So I'm completely protected from them. Yeah, exactly. You can visualize a future family with him, a wedding, walks in the park, even going shopping together, anything that also makes you feel beautiful and feminine alongside him. You know what's really crazy? And I will say this, when we did that visualization of the baby a couple nights ago, I'm trying to remember if I saw my ex, like, was it him or just like a body? Like it was more like I saw an essence of a man. And I just assumed it was him because I was doing the exercise with him, right? The visualization. So I just assumed it was him. But now that I think about it, I don't know that I actually saw his face in that visual. Maybe I did. Maybe I did a couple times. Maybe I did. I love making a list so I can have a good idea down. Yeah, okay, so do that. Write this, girl, please do it. Do it. And then we're going to compare notes, okay? So like tomorrow or the next day or something. Anything that also makes you feel beautiful and feminine alongside him. Oh my, you're really cute, Aisha. You really are so amazing. Bless your heart. I know God's about to bless you 1,000-fold, my love, because listen, you're a healer, and I hope you get appreciated for that. I hope people appreciate you. I know I do. And you just saved my soul in many ways, so we'll talk again tomorrow or the next day, and we'll have some really cool things to discuss. Okay, I'm going to write, listen, because I've never really tried revision, but just a couple times, and you've never tried it at all. So I think what we should do is we should write down what we're revising, okay? Make it very clear, and then write down subtle shifts that you see over the next couple days to indicate that the revision took place. Like if you start seeing subtle movements, or you see names somewhere, or things get easier. Try to write down like successes too, you know, because I really want to compare. Yes, I'm so excited too, baby. I really, for just breaking up with a guy tonight, I feel oddly, strangely okay. I hope this lasts. I hope I feel okay and not depressed as fuck tomorrow. Super excited back at you. I got so much insight from this live as well. I'm locked in already. Girl, let's get it, Aisha. Bless your heart. I love you. I love you, sis. I love you with every ounce of my being. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being magical. And we'll do this in a couple days. Okay, I'll see you. I'll see you around. I'll see you around. In a new earth, baby. In a brand new earth, mamas. That's where we're going. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night, honey. Thanks again for being here. Bye-bye. Oh, see you soon. Bye-bye.